You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I am going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello, brilliant soul. What if part of living life is learning how to carve your own path, to figure out your own unique way of doing things? What if success and fulfillment is not quite what we've made it seem? So many of us get caught up in the societally imposed rigidity of what I can only think to describe as chasing success. I know we've talked about this quite a bit, and the topic continues to seem to have many layers, edges, and branches to explore. Many of my clients come to me with this fear of not being enough, a worry that no matter what they do, they just aren't measuring up to the success that they are desiring to achieve. The most breakthroughs happen when we actually take the time to define what success is versus what we think it is. Success, from a desire standpoint, often feels like a destination filled with accolades and applause. This place that we're all wanting to get to where we are praised and revered. The most interesting thing is that this place we're wanting to go tends to look differently for every single person who envisions it. What's successful for you is probably different for what is successful to me and different to what is imagined by your loved ones. Society tries to implant a vision of what this brand of success looks like. And we can readily see it woven into the fabric of our culture and media. But this image of success and fulfillment might not be what fills most of us. It's merely one idea of what it could look like. From an etymological perspective, success means to come close after. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Something that comes close after fulfilling the thing that we're craving, desiring, and wanting. When you think of it, this could literally be anything. If you're hungry, then success is that feeling you get after you eat. If you're wanting to entertain yourself, then success is that space that comes after inviting yourself to a concert or a movie or a game night with your friends. Let's take success off of this grandiose pedestal in which we've put it. If you are wanting to be successful, you need to decide what steps that you need to take in order to bridge the gap between your wanting and your having. Because success and fulfillment exist in this sweet space just past having the thing that you're wanting. When we break this concept down in this way, can't you see how your havingness is likely different from everyone else's? With success, there is evidently an element of personalization. Because how you feed yourself, entertain yourself, take steps towards your goals will undoubtedly have different components, characteristics, desires, and features than every other person pursuing things. In other words, your success and fulfillment is inherently unique to you. Did you know that there are over 250 ways to wash the dishes? This is a concept that comes from the thought leadership of renowned family therapist Virginia Satir. 250 different ways. I don't know about you, but this is about 247 more ways than I could have assumed. But when you think about it, some people prefer to scrub each plate by hand, carefully wiping off every spot. Some may prefer using a dishwasher. Others can only wash using dish gloves and a Euro sponge, while some will use a specific type of dish soap. Some people rinse their dishes before washing and others don't. Some just use disposable plates so they don't have to wash at all. Even though the goal is to have clean dishes, there are over 250 different pathways to achieve that same goal. Just like there are infinite pathways to be successful. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to living life, and that's part of the beauty and magic of being human. And so it's imperative that we stop believing that someone else's pathway is the exact right pathway for us to get somewhere, because it's probably not. Can you be inspired by someone else? Absolutely, 100% yes. But when we try to mimic or emulate the exact step-by-step method of someone else's path to success, we are likely leading ourselves astray. When we see someone succeeding in a particular area of life, whether it's with their career, relationship, health, or anything else, it's tempting to believe that their success was a result of their exact steps that they took. This can often lead to this desire to replicate a path, following those seemingly exact steps and hoping for the same outcome. When we do this and it doesn't work the same way for us, instead of questioning the path, we tend to question ourselves, labeling ourselves as failures, not enough, or unworthy. Let's make a pact right now to stop doing this. Success is not an exact science, nor is life one size fits all. I've come to notice that life isn't about following a prescribed set of instructions. It's about carving something special for you. And the thing is, you can only carve your path if you're willing to explore the terrain. Success isn't created by standing still, by waiting for permission, or by following someone else's blueprint. Success is created by rendering the bridge between wanting and having, and by recognizing the deliciously unique steps that you get to take to make that happen. In this, you get to become a master of inventiveness, of trial and error, and of a cultivated willingness to stumble along the way. Every misstep, every failure, and every wrong turn embraced as part of the process. I want to emphasize the word inventiveness here. Inventiveness in particular is the key that unlocks the growth, fulfillment, and success you're striving for. The call to action is to become the inventor of your own life and livelihood by embracing your own creativity, your adaptability, and curiosity in order to build and live a fulfilling life that is custom made for you. It's important to acknowledge that the path you carve likely will not be linear. Failure and mistakes and wrong turns and growing edges are all necessary and even a profound part of the process. The idea of linear progress is a societal construct, a nice, clean, neat picture that we've been taught to strive for. But the reality is, life often gets messy, and sometimes the mess is the best part of the experience, especially when you look back at it in hindsight. Think of all of the times that playing in the mud, jumping in the puddles, and rolling in the grass led to your greatest memories. Think about all of the times that playing with crayons or baking a cake, powder, and ingredients everywhere led to rolling on the floor, belly laughing fits of laughter. And if these examples don't quite color your unique experience, I challenge you to try to find some where the mess was part of the play. I'm sure there are these unique to you memories where this kind of mess, this brand of mess, was the main act that you look back at favorably. All of this to say, messiness often leads to the greatest memories and moments. And so we can celebrate it instead of fear it. In all of this, the invitation is to know that progress is not always forward, because there will undoubtedly be times when you feel like you're moving backwards. And the key is in knowing that these detours, these seemingly messy missteps, often yield more than could ever be wished for in the first place. I know and understand that embracing the unknown and uncertainty can be one of the most intimidating and uncomfortable things that you could do. We are conditioned to seek certainty, to know the outcome before we begin, and to feel secure in every decision we make. But the truth is, you can't create something ingenious if you're playing it safe in the certainty of what's been figured out already. We have this mass belief that there's only one singular right way to do something. But as we've explored throughout this episode, it's safe to say that there are infinite ways to do everything. What hurts to think about is the idea that we believe there is only one right path, and that this idea keeps so many of us feeling stuck and not enough. We second guess ourselves, feel frozen by the fear of making the wrong choice, and hesitate to act. It's time to alchemize this idea in favor of the knowing that any perceived wrong path is simply another opportunity for growth. Every detour, every failed attempt is a valuable lesson that leads you due north. There truly is no greater fulfillment than when you are on your own path. It may not always look or feel that way, and it may not be linear or easy, but the journey of creating your own reality and living a life that is truly made for you is the one that leads to the self-discovery, to the growth, and the truest form of success that you're seeking. When you stop comparing yourself to others, when you stop trying to follow someone else's path, you give yourself complete permission to feel successful and fulfilled. You stop measuring your worth by someone else's achievements and start measuring it by your own desire to create and the fun, play, and memories that you make along the way. So embrace the unknown, carve your own path, and trust that even when it seems like you're going in circles, you're still moving forward. Trust that you are taking the right steps and you're inventing the right way to be you every step of the way. Until next time.